I am very excited for this release. I've been listening to Suicide Boys for about 8 to 9 years now. Their story about how they came up from the bottom while they were in New Orleans struggling is very inspiring, and I find their story somewhat relatable, although I definitely have not experienced whatever Scott and Aristos have been through. These two are certified soldiers. If you struggle with certain mental health issues, you already know how hard it can get, especially if you're like a working class person in America, and who knows how like the economy was and how low wages were back when they were like first working and coming up. I remember in one of their interviews, I think Scott said either he or both of them made like only like $200 a week by working at either like a mattress firm or like flipping mattresses or something. Hopefully I'm getting that right, but their story is truly inspiring, and these are both what I think to be two of one of the greatest artists of this generation, honestly. It's pretty like defining that not really anybody can replicate their sound, at least in my opinion, because even though certain people who aren't fan of the boys, they might find their lyrical content a little off-putting or cringe, at least when they were like less as widely accepted as they are now. But it's never been cringe to me. I'm always able to listen to it at face value, and probably because it's partly relatable, but anytime I come across like a newer artist trying to replicate this sound, unfortunately, I think only a few can really pull it off, and I think that's like saying something to their unique sound in current rap. I'd say like this duo is probably gonna be like one of my most favorite artists of all time. I don't really see a point where I'm going to stop listening to them, although I have been listening to them less in recent times. It's just because I do a lot, and I also am a musician in other genres too. But I know I'm never going to stop listening to Suicide Boys. I'd say I'm mostly a fan of like 2015 through 2017. That's like, to me, that's like the echelon. That's just my favorite area. And then 2018, really good as well. For this release, I kind of hope they bring a mix of the older, like darker sound with the slower beats, but then also like it's cool if they have some catchier, poppier songs in here. But I'm really looking forward to KYS 5. I'd say my favorite in the whole KYS saga is 2, 3, 4, 1, and I'm gonna see where this one goes. It's go time. That sounds hype so far. That was sweet. The production is phenomenal already. It was really, really good. I think the most notable things were the different flow switches and the different deliveries. That was really enjoyable. I couldn't really hang on to the lyrics, but it's a pretty good song. All right, mental clarity is a luxury I can't afford. So far, the siren is hype. Like the 808 and the snare fill. Can never go wrong with snare fills. These dudes love spelling out words. It's hard though. Okay, Suicide Boys is so good. That bar was really interesting, but I guess I feel it. I understand where he's coming from, but I guess I just really was not ready for that in-depth of a description, but we're all adults here. Let's chill. A little off-putting or a little, that was a provoking line. See, this song gets points for provoking me because that was something. That's what they call hiding. I'm fucking out of reach. On a with the block on the eastern block. My person keep a mini Glock, hoping that they try. Keep on singing la-di-da, why they batty-da. Then that hit me, how you like me now? Reap the screaming. 120 months, 10 years independent. Divided by 100 mil, the price for my appearance. Dollar sign, no clearance. Business stand for business. I got the keys now. I do what I please. I do what I now. I give you that breeze now. So when that whip picks up again, I'll be ready. I hold my own weight up heavy. I broke the levees. I'm responsible for the endless blood. Forest fires, earthquakes, and the avalanche. Fuck them love. Alias on this. Wow. So I have this like weird tendency to where a song like really moves me or really like catches me off guard. I start shedding tears. That almost happened. This track is a great track. Ruby's singing was so good. It was so good. The delivery, amazing, amazing. Great song, great song. Strongest song so far. Scrim provoked me, and that was good. At first, I was gonna like not be so hot on this song, but Ruby's deliveries are just something that are like always, they're just always hitting for me. And obviously Scrim always goes hard, but yeah, time for the thin gray line, which I've already heard. Back in the house with a 9-4. You did good, sir. I really like how Scrim uses the synths in this one. I wonder if that's a sample or not. I love the use of that delay on the ad-libs. That is so great. Great sound design. These dudes are coming out the gate swinging. At first, I was not really liking Ruby's lyrics, but he redeemed himself later in the verse, and then Scrim was very, very strong on that track. I just feel like this dude was having so much fun recording this song. That's so great. Thorns. Drug taking Caucasian. Drug taking Caucasian. That song was chill. It was a vibe. The melodies were great. The sound design on the ad-libs were sick. 4 songs in, I still think Mental Clarity is definitely the strongest track. This one was alright. I don't think I might add it to any of my playlists, but it's a very good song. I can see a lot of people liking that one. Misery and Waking Hours. Anytime Suicide Boys has an audio track like this in the beginning, you already know it's about to hit hard. So So yeah, from the beginning until the end of time, so good.
Talks exclusively to Channel 9. John Hughes admits killing a truck driver along I-29 in October of 2008, but he told me he has murdered many more people. And tonight, we take you inside the mind of a serial killer.
Okay. Melodies are softer than I was expecting. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. This is cool. This is sick. Snare fills. Busy cleaning weapons. Ooh. Scrim is speaking. Fuck yeah. We are incels 2024. This one's going in a playlist. Okay. At first, I wasn't too sure about it, but that's a solid track. Solid track. I definitely liked it more than Thorns. I really enjoyed Ruby's lyrics on this song, and I really liked Scrim's lyrics too. Lyrically, this is probably my favorite track so far. But sound-wise, Mental Clarity's my favorite. The sound design is so crisp. Like, both of their voices just sound so good. And on top of that, I really like the stereo mixing on the ad-libs. It's great. Those are cool chops. That is a nice sample.
Question, smoking like I've been stressing. Who's trying to really leave them dyslexic? Get this weight off my chest like I'm bench pressing. I'm big stepping. Jordan Clarkson with the Narcan. I shoot for 30 and that's where my off can walk in. They like who let the dogs in. Kill myself before I let them hop in. Bitches begging me to get toxic. Okay, let me go. Welcome. That call me professor after with the break. I might interrupt my success. strive for the greater and nevertheless. Being cremated without an disaster. Yeah, we survive suicidal dangers. Made the pact that we would never surrender. Never surrender. Made the pact that we would never surrender. Selling my soul to my dreams and my goals, but I will never stop until I'm on the stretcher.
Okay, I'm very mixed, very mixed on that song. The beat, it's a little too repetitive, honestly. I Scrim, always good, but I don't know, there was like a flow switch in there that kind of like happened like too soon. It kind of felt awkward, but I don't know, I can see a lot of people liking the song though. Like Scrim's lyrics were pretty decent, and then Ruby just doesn't disappoint. I feel like Ruby was having the fun on this one. But yeah, pretty mixed. Like, I mixed like the response to Modern Warfare 3, but that's probably mostly negative, so maybe Sonic Forces. Kind of forgetful track, but I can see a lot of people liking it.
You may not understand this. I don't either. I don't either. But when the Lord talks to me, I obey him. That's
me another 100. Y'all see what I can do, and I gotta ask you who'll stop me. Can't even stop myself. It's really a problem. Please, y'all gotta stop me. Global domination. Now I'm just missing it. They count with lock keys.
Like, that was kind of awkward, but that sounds good.
I guess I'll ask it again. Would you really give a fuck about me if I wasn't famous? I'm still the same fuck up that I was before the paycheck. Only now I got
I'm not too sure about this one.
Check. I'll take my time, it's called fucking patience. One day I'll take pride in who I am and feel the painless. Without the word great, you can't spell the word greatness. Put my heart in the box and give you the key, open we share the same chest. Time increase, fine line, crossed at least 3 times. Peace sign, you gonna be good, yeah, I'ma be fine. I'm still that same cherry flavored, frigid fucking feline. Got my 9 in my bag and now it's time to board the G5.
These dudes are so comfortable with themselves, and I love that so much.
But when the Lord talks to me, I obey him.
That was alright. I don't think I'm gonna add that to any of my playlists. I really like the idea and the direction of the song, but I guess I just wasn't too big on it. But so far, this album is better than I Want to Die in New Orleans. That's what I've found out so far. Are you going to see the rose in the vase? Or in the vase? It's not a vase, it's a vase. I forgot if I've heard this. We'll see. I don't think I have. I don't really like songs that sound like this, but I can definitely see why a lot of people do. 28 million people do. This is a good song, but it's just torture to have to listen to this right now. That's an alright song. I think I can see it growing on me. I really liked the lyrics, but the sound, it's just a little too poppy, but the hook is really enjoyable.
You did good, say.
At least he's telling the truth.
Please do not release any music or videos that was not previously released before our death. Please do not continue our music career as if we were still alive in order to exploit our name for profit. Thank you.
I know this dude Ruby had to like rehearse that a million times. There's no way that was one take. But I was gonna say that'd be funny if like I like what I'm hearing so far. Great production, great 808s. Oh, that's insane. Drugs aren't worth it. Famous for chasing a high. Wow, okay. Pretty solid track, pretty solid. Nothing too crazy or eye-catching. Production was good, the lyrics were pretty nice. Nothing felt off to me. It sounded like a complete nice track with some good lyrics. Drag 'Em to the River Totalitarian remix, wow. That'd be so funny. Okay, so kind of in like All of My Problems Involve Me, where Ruby just like was talking with no beat earlier, I was thinking when I saw Totalitarian remix, like what if this dude Scrim just like just starts speaking like totalitarian rhetoric, just like offbeat and just starts going schizo. That's most likely not gonna happen, but here's the song. Yeah. Old school vibes. I feel like I heard this snippet. He's really teaching lessons with this verse. He really said, I have a selective taste in women. They can't be from New Orleans. That was interesting. I didn't really like that. That was cool. I like Suicide Boys. I think I realized one of the reasons why I still like Suicide Boys like 8 years later is just because even when they first like came up, they were like full grown adults who definitely experienced more than like the rest of the people in that underground scene, and it definitely shows in like their lyrics and music. That's what I really appreciate about them, and like how they come at rap with this like kind of darker tone, because like it's real and you can hear it in the music. That's why it doesn't really off-put me when there's certain other people might be like, oh, this is like cringe or whatever, but that's what I appreciate about them is like their age and their wisdom too. It definitely goes through in the tracks, but this one was alright. I didn't really like Ruby's necrophiliac bars, but it was okay. I can definitely see like more old school enjoyers liking this one and just general fans too, but we got 2 tracks left. Us Versus Them I've heard before.
Cutthroat, now see why they use me and they use me and they use me till I'm used up and they wonder why I stay high or at this. I'm puked up, might shoot up till I puke up. My cross that I bear, drop my kids off in that hole cause I pay well for that daycare. Knock, knock, who's there? Scarecrow with that dead stare. Caught 200,000 and my bitch still on welfare. Motherfucker.
I really like the welfare bar, it was interesting, but
that's when I realized that I wasn't ever part of the mall. Cushion to destruction, bitch, I'll show you how I buy. Shellfish, my wrist forever, ain't just a day. All these pumps, yeah, they talk, trying to take off from my plate. Yeah, they howling and they growling, but my name's still a drool. Plenty of bones buried in the yard, along with suitcase of jewels. We be been at all the girls, acting on me, I get blah, blah, blah. When I pull up at the mode, saying ooh la la.
that song's pretty decent. I'm not too big on it, but it's a solid track. I liked Ruby's verse about the 9 to 5. That's cool. But the song we've all been waiting for, KYS, number 5. Before we continue, if Ruby hits us with the "if you give me a dead motherfucker," then we'll know that this one is goated. He said it. I love it. I love it.
Isn't it so convincing how that new sang round my throat? Still hit longer than I hoped. All I know is I don't know. Traces of me vanishing in the abyss. Thinking hell gotta be better than this. Music or don't be the way I don't miss. Solutions like Ruby, they do not exist. Waking up every day, but I still let's rock. 2018, why couldn't I die?
Beautiful sound design, beautiful melodies. This is a nostalgic song if you're a big Suicide Boys fan. So far, I'd say my favorites are 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. Isn't it so convincing how I'm breathing down your neck? No chasing the bed, something a bit there. Cause of one time I'm done. Okay, final thoughts. This album has me pretty mixed. Might do more listening to it throughout the weeks. Who knows? It's a pretty solid album. It was very strong in the beginning with the lyrics and the flows and the sound design. The sound design across the whole album has been great. And I really enjoyed the ad-libs and some of the instances on this release where I felt like they were actually just having fun and making music and expressing themselves, which is a great and beautiful thing. And we should all strive to not be afraid to express ourselves in any way. A lot of the things were pretty creative, like Ruby just like talking at the end of I think it was All My Problems Involve Me. That was really sick. Yeah, I can see a lot of people liking this album. I can see a lot of people saying that this is like probably their best album, but yeah, this is a pretty strong collection of songs, like very strong. I can see people who are like even not really into Suicide Boys and maybe into older like songs, maybe really liking Burgundy or really liking I think it was Us Versus Them or The Light at the End of the Tunnel, like with the old school vibes. Like it's solid and they definitely know what they're doing. It's no wonder why they have such a big audience that they do, but this is a pretty good release. I'd say my expectations weren't fully met just because I came into this release expecting something that I didn't really get, but that's fine. I think I realized Suicide Boys kind of wants to do this sound that they've been doing for like the past 3, maybe 4 releases, like kind of just with being a little more like, predictable with the flows, not really like there's a lot of creative flows, but they're definitely like flows I've heard in like other modern like rap songs, which isn't bad because they've used so many flows with all the songs they have, like the 400 or 500 plus songs. So yeah, I get it, but yeah, I'd say it doesn't really fill my expectations. I guess I was thinking of something darker, but all these songs are very solid tracks. I can like I said, I can see a lot of people liking this. If I had to rate this out of 10, I'd give it like a solid 7.5. This is like very good, and I could definitely see a lot of people saying this is like the best release yet. These are a lot of strong tracks. That's it.